Hey people, John V here from PhoneArena. I have the Acer ICONIA TAB A100. I've been checking out for a little bit here just to see how it performs out of the box. I'm just going to run a couple of benchmark tests to show you the type of results it's going to be able to give us and just the overall experience that we're seeing right now out of the box. You can tell here just navigating across the home screen, it's very smooth and responsive. We definitely like its fluid movements. It's powered by an NVIDIA dual-core 1GHz Tegra 2 processor with 1GB of RAM, so it does contribute to a really nice, fast, responsive experience. You can tell here with the app panel, it works very smooth here too. So when we switch to even a live wallpaper, for example, something a little bit more processor intensive, just a little bit more flair to it, rather than a static one, it's still able to handle pretty well, to tell you the truth, even though there's sometimes a choppy movement with its operation, but it's more than tolerable. It features Android 3.2 Honeycomb, and we do find that the portrait usage is also very responsive, unlike previous versions of Honeycomb where we just noticed an extensive amount of slowdown with its movement. And again, the app panel, pretty good here. So let's get started and just run actually let's go back and just change this to a static wallpaper for a moment here so we could run our benchmark test. The first one we're going to do is just a quadrant, just show you the type of numbers it's going to put up here. And let's just start it off right now. Go to quadrant and let's run this full benchmark test, show you what it looks like. So here we go, it's running this here. I'm going to run it 2 times to see what kind of, if it could give us a consistent score. So we'll just wait here, see how it happens. There we go, the first graphical test. This one, I'll just tell you what they are running at. Looks like around 60 frames per second. It's kind of jumpy between even 35 to as much as 60 frames per second. But looking at it, it's very smooth looking. Still loading here. Should be another one coming up. This graphical test looks steady above the 60 frames per second mark, so really nice movement here. And the last graphical test here, it's roughly around between the 40 to 50 frames per second mark. So let's finish that. Let's see what it gives us here. And it gives us a quadrant score of 1788. Again, nothing really mind-blowing compared to some other device out there we've checked out, like the Galaxy S2, which of course puts up numbers well over 3,000 on quadrant. But again, it's just a benchmark test. It doesn't really portray the actual usage of the tablet itself. So we'll just run this a second time, see what it gives. And this one here running steadily, 25 frames per second. This one here at 60 frames per second, going down between 40 also. Next one should be coming up here. And this one is going well above 60 frames per second, so pretty good movement there. And the last and final test should be loading here. And again, between 40 to 50 frames per second, so it should finish up, and we'll just see what it gives us this time here. So a little bit better, 2075, so still really pretty much, nothing mind-blowing, but again, that's just a benchmark score here. Let's just show you the Antutu benchmark test that we ran here, already completed, and show you what the total score is. It gave it a total score of 5039, and we compare that to the competition here. You can see it's a little bit below the Galaxy S2, the LG Optimus 2X, but a little bit faster than other devices like the Motorola Zoom. So overall, out of the box, it's running pretty smoothly. We're so far happy with it, but we'll be testing it out a little bit more, just see how it works, whether or not the performance is consistent. But if you'd like to learn more about the Acer ICONIA TAB A100, check out our website, PhoneArena.com.